Yo, what it do? Welcome back to the JefeCast. Woo, it's been a nice little week or so since I've done this. So got a couple of things to catch up on. Hold on one second. Let me see. Got a couple of things. So I took a trip. Uh, took a trip this past weekend out to Atlanta to go see my grandmother. But we'll get into that in a second. Ah, man, I tell you, it's just been like I just feel like I've been in a cloud of sleep the last day or so. But yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on? Hopefully everybody's been good dealing with this cold and rainy weather. Hope you're being safe. Hopefully your Girl Scout cookies came in. Well, not all of my Girl Scout cookies came in, but half of the orders come in. And can't wait for that. For the rest of the boxes of them is to touchdown. But I got my first four from my cousin Shalise. Appreciate you, cuzzo. Came and dropped them jokes off today. I just crushed my first box, but I put the rest in the freezer. You know, I ain't going to overdo it. Hopefully. I'm gonna try to keep this podcast a little short because honestly, I am like, I don't know. So basically, over the past I had planned to go to Atlanta back in December. My grandmother was getting some surgery on her neck. Apparently, if my grandmother would have fallen one more, if she would have fallen again, she could have potentially been paralyzed. So I was trying to set up a trip, surprise her, because she's out in Atlanta, and show up right before the day that she would have went into surgery. But then my father was telling me that if you do that, grandma, she'll be in the hospital until next week, and by the time the length of time I was staying out there, I would miss her basically because you can only have one visitor in the hospital, with the whole pandemic and everything. So I've been pushing the trip back. I finally pushed it back to this past weekend, and everything was set. I was supposed to go Friday. I was going to stay up until Tuesday, going to go see grandma, going to go see Atlanta. My father was down there, his wife helping her out because, she's in a neck brace and she can't turn her neck. So everything is shoulders, everything, what I'm saying? One of those things. So I had, running the business, I had jobs lined up. Instead of just shutting down the business for the weekend, I want to still give guys the opportunity to make money, and also I want to make some money too. So I had some jobs on Friday, and I had some jobs like on Sunday. So last minute, I'm getting a call from one of the guys. Basically, he's not going to be able to do this job, and so with this being last minute in my business, I had to basically push back my date to go out to Atlanta, so I could do this job because ultimately, I mean, they understand why, I had to do what I had to do, but I was upset. Like I wanted to go see my grandmother, and the fact that now, right when I'm about to leave, guys pull this crap, it makes you, not really get to enjoy your trip the way you're supposed to. So I had to push the trip back Friday. Did the job. Had a good day doing it. It was, no complaint doing the job, but the fact that I had to just completely cancel my trip to see not completely cancel, but push it back. That wasn't in my plans. Um, so I finally get down to Atlanta, and everything's cool. I see grandma. Grandma looks great. Dad and them, we eat good. I actually go to my aunt's house She's Jamaican. She has a nice house out there. I forgot what area. So we getting the Jamaican, the curry, the rice and peas. Oh yeah, it's going down. Okay, yeah, I know you're jealous. Don't be smacking your lips to my art with my plate. Hey, hey, hey. You know, you know. What else would it do? I was hungry. So put the slapping on that, and good to see. Good to see her. It's been a very long time since I've seen. I don't think I've seen her since she moved down to Georgia all those years ago. So it was good to see her and catch up with her and my stepmom and just funny listening to my grandma because grandma's getting older and just because now now some control has been taken from her. Like my dad is trying to get her pills together and stuff, and just hearing grandma like, Greg, I can do my own pills. It's making me laugh. Little stuff like that. But it was cool. But ultimately, I couldn't enjoy the vacation as much as I would like because I got another job coming up and I got to depend on people. And so, I'm just nervous and I got to worry. So I'm just constantly thinking about the job, just work. That's all I did. It was just constantly thinking about work, work, work. The whole trip, I was supposed to be down there relaxing and enjoying grandma and helping out, which I did help and did some relaxing. I did relaxing. I did some other things, but that's none of your business. I did find some good green out there though, some guy. But so about so I was supposed to come back Tuesday, but I had work, and I didn't want to rely on anybody at this point till I can get down here and really situate things. I just didn't want to rely on nobody. So I caught the midnight flight. I pushed my flight up a night. Like I was supposed to leave in the morning, like 10 a.m., but instead I left at 10 p.m. that Monday night and came back so I could be here for to be on time for my job, for the work. And so through those 2 days, I was just up. I was up, barely slept because, like I say, my mind was just going, thinking about the job, thinking about, because the workers calling out. This stuff is on my name, like it's my business. I average like a 4.7 star system right now. I can't afford people to be messing up my business. So I took a business decision, but I was tired. I came straight home, got straight to work. But the only thing is, both jobs went longer than they were supposed to because they were supposed to be short jobs, but they went a little longer, which is cool, mean more money for me ultimately. But it was just so I was tired, man. No sleep. Then when I came home, I didn't sleep. Like when I got home at like 1:00, my cousin he met me at BWI, and I stayed up to about 4:00 watching. And I'm about to review with y'all now. Archive 81 and the woman in the window across the street from the girl in the window or whatever that long title jump. That so I was watching all that and I was just wide awake. Went to sleep, woke up. My body's wired to wake up at 6, 7, 8:00. No later than 8. Like I don't care if I go to sleep at 6. I'm waking up at 8. And that's what happened. I woke up 3 hours later. I was just exhausted. And I've been like the last 2 days, I haven't worked, been in the house, and I've been sleeping. Like I would watch First Take and then Undisputed, and then there's a J Spark in there, and then there's sleep, and then I wake back up and I'll eat, and there's a J Sparking, and then I sleep, and I wake back up, and I whatever I do, podcast or play a game or write a book or read. I've been reading this right here. This book right here has really been focusing my mind. Check it out, Robert Greene, The Concise Mastery. Really good book. Really good. Been reading that, just focusing my mind and stuff. So just trying to do different things. But ultimately, I've been tired as hell. And I just been smoking and sleeping. That's how I've tried to relax these last few days. But I'm trying to get up. Ate my first box of Thin Mints. Yes, thank you. That was very delicious. And so let's dive into this first quick review here. Now, I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but we're going to dive into it. Archive 80 one. So on Netflix, man, hey, somebody told me, man, check this joint out. I said, okay, I'm gonna check out Archive 81. I'm gonna see what it's about. I'm a horror movie fan. My birthday's Halloween. I love it. I love anything that's horror. Bring it on. You know what I'm saying? Come here, bring it now. So basically, the show is about a girl, the girl on the right. She's looking for her mother at a place called the Visitor that burned down back in 1994 or so. And the black guy on the left, his father was the girl's therapist, and his family died in this fire. Um, and he only survived because of circumstance. He just happened to be outside of the he just happened to be outside of the out of the place when it was burning down. So you find out that he's being hired by this rich corporation who's keeping it on the hush hush. Like they acting like they don't even know, publicly acknowledge who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like they acting like whenever he brings up certain situations, he's like they basically turn it like he's crazy. So he's a tape repairer, like a old video cassette tapes and VHS tapes, us 90 babies and before. We all know those. I remember taping, I used to tape like wrestling show, Royal Rumble over like on VHS tapes and different movies. Y'all remember those days? That was back in the good old days, man, when you had to actually work. We was little technicians, didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? But so he's repairing these tapes, and then these tapes is following this girl, her trip as she's looking for her mother in the blizzard. She basically stumbles upon a cult. And these people like, they pray to the statue here is called Kalego or whatever. And they're trying to bring in their whole premise, their whole belief is, this God is going to, it's more of a which one is it? I think it's Luciferian, where they basically say God is the devil and like Lucifer is like he's the prophet. Excuse me. So it's one of those types. I think it's either Satanism or Luciferian. One of them is the inverted belief of Christianity type. So in her search to find her mother, she stumbles across this occult, and he's watching all this through the video, but like he is something he keeps saying there's something he can see something in the video that's like watching him. You're going through this whole thing just trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on through the what's the connection with the guy who's hiring them, the gentleman in the video, the visor, the cult, the woman, the mom. They had this little girl they was trying to basically sacrifice. This whole thing. Her friend became possessed. They had like this mold or whatever that came from the other world that was like possessing them. They was consuming it, and they'd do this like hum and this rhythmic hum, like humming together. And it's an interesting show. I mean, I liked it for what it was. Ultimately, him and the girl were connecting, and this is 25 years apart, but they're still connecting. Like he's talking to her in a dream, but in real life, in the videotape, he can see that like some of their conversation is real. So ultimately, they was trying to find a way to get to him. Now, not what they wasn't trying to figure a way. They was watching the tapes. Find out that the guy that hired him, his brother was um, one of the leaders, and they was trying to sacrifice this little girl, and she was trying to help the girl. And her friend was, like I said, drawing. She was really like into this artistry, drawing and stuff, and she kept drawing this face and all this stuff. And the black guy, he's going back and forth with the company. He's basically like broke because they was like everything he was doing in the home, they was surveilling him, watching him, and all this stuff. So they ended up finding out The visitor was on top of this old occult ground, the Devon something, whatever the case is. And then they find the video of all the occult worship and the sacrificing, and they ended up opening a portal where the Kalego, the god that they was praying to, the statue here, he came. They was trying to bring him into the universe, and ultimately the girl ended up getting stuck over there. They got stuck over there, but at the end, the guy, they ended up opening that portal for the guy to get in there, finds the girl, he gets stuck, and the girl comes back. So that's basically how that ended. And good show though, really good show. It just goes to show you, like, I don't think that these people pull these occultic rituals and stuff out of thin air. They get them from somewhere. Creepy little cultic thing, but I love scary movies. I love anything that's horror or supernatural stuff. I'm down to watch it. It was really good for what it was. So check out Archive 81. Go ahead and check that out. Yeah, I'm saying go ahead and check it out. And we're gonna just follow right into the next one. Yo, I had a hard time watching this show. The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. And I'm gonna tell you why I had a hard time watching this. The main character has a drinking issue. And background on the show, the woman, she was married, but is divorced, had a kid who had died because the father was a counselor, a therapist for the criminally insane. And it was bring a daughter to work day, and the daughter came with him. He was in there with this super crazy man. They called him out of the office. He walks out the office. His daughter's still in there, and he got locked out. And apparently, the man killed and ate his daughter. So because of that, the mom has a fear of rain because on that day it was raining outside. Like she goes out in the rain, she passes out and all this stuff. And of course, the marriage is failed and the daughter's gone. So she basically sits at home all day, looking through a window, drinking wine. And what blew me about this show up to the second episode, because the first episode is really, I thought was, the first episode was good. I was okay, we'll see where this is going. But the episode 2 really blew me because it just kept highlighting just the over drinking, the consumption, the consuming of alcohol for every she was doing. It's like I hate that they keep that shouldn't. I know people handle things that way in real life, but I just hated seeing that being a depiction of how she was dealing with her grief. She was just big. I mean, it was a bowl on the table like this big, full of corks. It was overflowing. She was just drinking and drunk in the cup, big glass that could fit the whole wine bottle in there. The whole and was just drinking and drunk and hallucinating and seeing her daughter when the daughter's dead, and it was blowing me. Second episode, I almost stopped watching the show because I dated somebody who had a drinking problem like that, and I don't know. It's giving me PTSD or something. Look at me pulling out a lighter. I got a lighter on my lap. It was giving me PTSD, and I couldn't fake it. And so I was thinking I wasn't going to finish watching it, but then I was like, you know what? People said it was good. Let me give it a chance. So you end up going through the rest of the show. The guy across the street that moved in with the daughter, you find out the mom had drowned in the pool. I mean, drowned in their lake or whatever. And she finds because her daughter died, his wife died. She thought there was like a connection there. But then she finds out that he has a girlfriend. So one night she's sitting there drunk as usual, because you don't even know like what you're saying is real. Is she hallucinating or is she really saying this? She sees the woman bleeding from her neck. She runs out to go and help her, but she passes out because it's raining outside. Like I said, it's like omniphobia or something. I can't remember what it's called. But when you go in the rain, she just passes out. So the next day, basically, the police are questioning her, and the guy's like, "Yo, the girl isn't dead." Like the husband kept saying she's not dead. Like he doesn't have a clue about what's going on, and so like she keeps following him, stalking him, trying to find out what's going on. Even get caught in his house. Somebody leaves a message on her door, her window, like if you keep, looking, it's gonna be you next. She keeps on. She eventually finds out a teacher of the little girl was killed, fell to her death on a field trip lighthouse accident, a trip, but she fell on it as an accident. But she noticed that the father was there. So she really thinking it's the father. Now she's honing in on the father, but she's still drinking that excess, taking the pills, lying to her therapist, which you end up finding out her therapist is her ex-husband. She ends up finding out that the girl, who's a flight attendant, supposedly, she was messing with some other guy. So she had tried to contact the other guy, whatever, which plays later into the season. She has a good friend who keeps coming by, keeps trying to motivate her to do art because she draws, and to just start living again. Also, her neighbors see her as a drunk and she's erratic, and they don't even feel sad for her anymore because of the way she kind of comes off at times, just completely despondent, out of her mind sometimes. But she comes from a good place. So later on, the guy Rex that she was trying to kind of like get tabs on to see who that girl was, he ended up like kind of kidnapping her. She did some research trying to find out who the girl was. Found out the girl's name she couldn't find, and Rex had like an extended record. Just at that moment, he kind of holds her up, takes her into the house, and they basically have a conversation. The police come, they trying to figure out what happened. They end up having sex. The sex scene on episode 5 is hilarious though. They was getting in all on the table, all on the look at Anna from Frozen getting her back blown out. It was hilarious to me because in Frozen 2, I don't know if y'all caught it, but there's a because I have 2 daughters, just in case you're asking. I wasn't watching Frozen because I wanted to. There's a part where Anna's sitting there, Anna and the guy are riding, and Elsa's asleep. And she's like, "Oh, Elsa's asleep. Like, what you trying to do?" And she puckers her lips at her. So Anna's always ready to go. So that's why it's funny to see Kristen Bell getting her back smashed and all on the table and all in the chairs and bathroom. I was like, that's a very good episode. I thought that ending was perfect. But then you find this bed, the body. They find the body, the girl's body chopped up in the back, and they end up coming in to arrest Rex. Ended up releasing Rex when they found out that he had an alibi, and they found like one of her painting tools on the body. So they take the body. I mean, they try to arrest her basically. Her girlfriend bails her out, and they're trying to figure out like who could be doing this. And it's a guy named Buell. Excuse me, I missed him. He's like the handyman. And she always hears noise in her house and all this stuff. She ends up finding out that Buell, through her ex-husband, that Buell used to be a murderer. Killed his whole family with some type of thing. Killed them. And so now she thinks it's Buell. She even looks upstairs in her attic and notices that he's been living up there. So when she look out the window, she sees him with like something in his hand walking over there. She goes in there. It's raining, so she passes out. She ends up crawling over there. She sees Buell stabbed. She sees the father with his throat slit. And then the daughter's the one who confronts her that she's the killer. The little girl. The little girl. Now, up to here, cool. You got me. But let me tell you something. Let me be honest with y'all. If I ever had to fight a 10-year-old, because I couldn't believe she was fighting. This 10-year-old was kicking her ass. Like the 10-year-old actually in a fight beat her. The only reason why she didn't kill her at the end is because uh, she ended up stabbing the girl first before her ex-husband got in there. But like, I'm gonna be honest, if I ever had to fight a 10-year-old, I'm a it's not even gonna be a long fight. Like, if y'all seen the show, the little girl was kicking her butt. They was literally going toe to toe. Like, she's a little girl. Yo, I would have. That was a little 10-year-old boy. I'd have grabbed him up, bow, bow, picked him up, blues, slammed him on the ground. Man, it'd have been WWF in that joint, not even E. It'd have been WWF, ECW through the table, elbow drops. Oh yeah, you think it's over? Nah, get back up. Two body shots. Through the wall. Yes, coming right through here. Oh, swirly. Oh, flush the toilet. Oh, got a pee too. Oh, yep. Oh yeah, get the two more ups. Come here. You thought it was over? It ain't over. I didn't even realize my mic was all over it. Oh, it ain't over. Bring that ass over here, boy. Oh, slap, elbow. Oh, you can't stand? Let me pick you back up. Throw through the wall, like another wall, because it's multiple walls now. Oh, I'm back in your bedroom. That little boy would have been like, yo, okay, I'm done. Like, yeah, so she fought the little girl, ended up killing her. So that was basically the end of that until she was supposed to go visit her girlfriend. And I don't know if y'all ever seen Flight Plan, where she had her daughter on the plane, and they were saying she didn't have a daughter with her. So that's basically how it ended. She had a lady ask her to scoot over. Also, I didn't just say before I say the end, she did start getting her life together. She put the bottle away. She started getting herself together, which is I did love. I did love that part. But she ultimately at the end of that, she wakes up and the woman's gone, and they're telling her that the woman was never there. And she's like, what? And she finds the lady left something behind. So now they kind of left it like on another season 2 kind of cliffhanger situation. But I thought that show ended up being pretty good. All things considered, how I didn't like how it was, how, episode 2 almost took me out of it. But it ended well. And that's only because I was trying to listen to what my homies was talking about on Facebook. They saying it was good. So let's go and switch on over to I want to talk about real quick. Oh, real quick. I want to just shout out my brother, my man Delonte, and my best friend of how long have I known Ryan? 27 years. My longest tenured friend for handling business for me this weekend. Thank you. Just want to put that out there. They got great reviews. They got messages from both people saying they did it awesome. So just want to let them know. Greatly appreciate them coming out and working for me while I was out of town. So real quick, since I haven't done this, I wanted to just shout out my man Tom Brady. We're finally retiring after a long 22 year. He wrote this on his Instagram. I always believed the sport of football is an all-in proposition. If 100% competitive commitment isn't there, you won't succeed. And success is what I love so much about our game. There is a physical, mental, and emotional challenge every single day that has allowed me to maximize my highest potential. And I have tried my very best these past 22 years. There are no shortcuts to success on the field or in life. This is difficult for me to write, but here it goes. I am not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it's time to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention. However, I'm a person that looks at words and listens to what people say. He never said I retire, though. He gave the notion that he retires, but he never said the words I retire from the game of football that I love. But if this is the last time I see Tom Brady, we have to, in the moment, I don't think we appreciate the greatness that we've seen in our life from Jordan, The Barkleys, the Carmelones, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, Tracy's. A lot of great players have played. Peyton Manning, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Dion. The list goes on. Terrell Owens, Calvin Johnson, Warren Sapp, Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, Sean Taylor. It's been a lot of greats. But, there's certain people that just set themselves apart. And Tom Brady, man, with 7 rings, coming from a 7th round draft pick, just unheard of, man. It's good to have seen him play his whole career, as I am 31 years old. So I have been alive to watch all of that. The snow field goal wins over my beloved Rams. The tough games with the Giants when I finally became a believer in Brady. I lost those 2 bets. I was not happy about those. But we do have a Pat Mahomes. We do have a lot of great young guys. So we will see if anybody can be as great for as long. But at least we got to see it. So thank you, Tom. Just wanted to say thanks, Tom. Just give you my thanks for being a great competitor. Now, moving on to hometown team. I do not agree with the name, but I told Phil, and Phil ain't get back to me either when I told him I got him on that bet too. He ain't even respond. The Washington, because he said it was going to be the Washington Admirals, but I told him my connections told me it was going to be the Washington Commanders, and that's what it became. And these are their uniforms. What y'all think? I think that the uniforms look pretty decent. I am going to say on that black one, I don't really like the name placement there, but whatever. I don't like the name, the Commanders, but hey, it's cool. So we'll see. Still think we just need a quarterback and another receiver. The Redskins need. I'm not knocking Curtis Samuels, but he wasn't healthy all year. We need another receiver, like for real. Come on, we need a quarterback first of all, and not unless we're going to get we're going to draft somebody who's legit. We need to get us a franchise quarterback, yo. I know Aaron Rodgers not coming to DC, and I don't want an old Aaron Rodgers. I mean, no offense, he's a great quarterback, but he's old, so we'll only have him for a year or two. Russell Wilson, will he come to the Redskins? You know what I'm saying? Like, Pittsburgh is open. Pittsburgh is such a good spot to land. So, that's going to be a place people want to go. San Francisco already have their quarterback in the future, so they say. I mean, not that Tampa Bay. I don't know. They got free agency and all that stuff they got to deal with. So I don't know what they're going to look like next year. But Tampa's open now. Who else? It's another team. Green Bay will be open if Aaron Rodgers steps away. New Orleans. And what's going on with Michael Thomas? Like, he just didn't show up for the rest of the year. And the Super Bowl picks, I'm just going to take the Rams. I like my boy. I told y'all about Burrow. You can go back on the tapes. You can go back. My man text me. As a matter of fact, let me give y'all the official message from my boy when he hit me about my Burrow pick that I made. My what did I say? The Burrow prediction I made. He says, let me go up. Hold up. My bad. We got to talking about some other stuff. Hold up. Let me go. Okay. Let me see. This is where it started. He said, "Your man Burrow's going to the Super Bowl." I said, "I'm hip. I've been telling ninjas about him." He was like, "You was on it." And then he said, I can't find him. Anyways, but he confirmed I was on it. I think that's the confirmation message I might have been looking for. I think it was more though. Maybe we talked on the phone. Either or, I was right about Joe Burrow. That's all I wanted to say. So just don't forget. I told you first. Um, I loved. Oh, I loved that episode of Power last week too. What's today? Did I miss a new episode of Power? I might have. I did because I was out of town. Oh man, I didn't see the last episode. I saw it the week before. Oh well, let me be quiet. I didn't go see that. But I like what they're doing. No offense, but Milgram had to go. She just had to. She was in the way. She was in the way, man. Milgram was in the way. North Korea releases images it claims were taken from space during a missile test. Now, I couldn't really figure out what the pictures were showing, but North Korea has released images it claims show the test firing this weekend of its biggest missile for several years as it attempts to use launches a weapon capable of reaching U.S. territories to pressure the Biden administration into restarting nuclear talks. The state-run KCNA news agency said on Monday the country had landed an intermediate-range Hwasong 12 missile capable of reaching the U.S. Pacific territory of Guam. The missile was the most powerful the regime has tested since the late 2017. Sunday's launch, the seventh this month, appears to be part of a push by the country's leader, Kim Jong-un, to secure sanctions relief and international recognition of its status as a legitimate nuclear power. I look, also check the tapes on that. I told y'all. All the distraction about all this other stuff going on. Nobody is talking about. They're not giving us they're not telling us what's up with North Korea, what's going on with China, and what's up with Russia. We are like we're going. They're trying to start a world war, bro. I really just wish they would leave certain people not to be like fend for yourself, but like yo, the big fish eat the little fish. That's just how the world works. That's just how it is. Small country, this bigger country trying to get at you. Hey, I'm sorry, but you keep sending our troops all the way over there in the middle of like you know it's crazy because you can simply in U.S. and all these other places talk about trying to kill this Russia situation. Yo, it is not a huge concession to just not add the places they're saying not to add them to the whatever that world organization group is. They don't want them in. Just don't add them. But no, nah, nope. Nah, we're just gonna tell you, nah, we're gonna do what we want. It's like, yo, just not add them, and then the beef between Russia and United States is over. I don't want to go to war with no. I don't have time, yo. Come on, like talk about peace. This don't sound like that's a peaceful situation. Hey, we're gonna tell y'all, no offense, y'all can't join it, y'all. Like, look, in order to save millions of lives, we're going to tell y'all got to stay out of this, and Russia's going to leave y'all alone. Cool, cool. And if they break that trust or that truce, then I guess y'all can have escalated talks. But I'm just like, yo, I just don't get it. We're just in here making our own issues. It's ridiculous. So I was hearing people say like they'll type in "why is my" on Google. So I'm gonna start doing this. It'd be funny, but I'm gonna do "why is my." I'm gonna do that first. And then next time I'm gonna do something else, but it'll be a why is my, and there'll be another word. But for this week, it's just why is my. So why is my top answer poop green? Very interesting. Why is my poop green? I'm eating a lot of broccoli, string beans, cabbage, green dye, green eggs and ham. Why is my eye twitching? Somebody's talking about you. Isn't that what they say? Your eyes twitching. Somebody talking about you. Somebody's talking about you. Maybe your mama. Number 3. Why is my poop black? People really like asking what's stuff about their poop. Very weird. Why is my hair falling out? Because you're getting old. Genetics. You've been wearing a cap your whole life. That's probably why. Why is my dog shaking? Maybe it's really cold in your house. Maybe you need to turn the heat up. Maybe you'll save a life. Just saying. Man, why is your dog so scared of you? Have you been hitting your dog lately? Do I need to call the Dog Protection Service Agency? I'm just saying. Alrighty then. Why is my tongue white? Now, you either dehydrated or you got some type of STD. I forgot which one means you got the white tongue, but it ain't good if you got a white tongue. I'm just saying. You check yourself. Why is my period late is the last one I have on here. Why is your period late? Could be a rough encounter. Could be you're pregnant. Could be it's just late, like you are to work. So, on that note, there, I'm ready to just go back to laying down. I'm tired, still tired, and actually, I'm gonna finish watching Raising Dion. I think I'm on episode 3. His mother, Raising Dion, his mom is fine, and the sister too, but the mom too. Ooh, episode 2, the little orange dress thingy with the flower. I wish I had the "come here, girl, come here, girl." Right, Chris Tucker joke. But yeah, man, y'all take it easy. I'm still feeling the effects of my last couple of days or whatever, but I'll be all right. Got some work coming up, so got to get back into the mix. Got to get back into the hustle and bustle. Until next time, y'all stay easy and y'all smoke weed.